Needing more storage is a bit like having to do taxes. It's not really something you willingly sign up for, but you've got to set money aside for it anyway. Though, unlike filing taxes, which remains forever complicated, picking the right storage is made a bit easier with initiatives like Sandisk's Creator Series. For disclosure, Sandisk has sent me these Creator Series products free of charge to make this video, and if you're a viewer in Malaysia, you can also stand a chance to win this full set of Creator Series products, plus possibly a MacBook or iPhone if you participate in their Creator Challenge. It's happening until the 15th of October this year, more details linked below, but today's video on the Creator Series products isn't going to be a particularly lengthy one, because there's only so much I can talk about different flavors of flash storage. What I'll be focusing on are a few product-specific things you need to know about these before you buy. To the more tech-savvy consumer, the Creator Series might not make the most sense at first because they're most definitely just purplish variants of a product we know for sure Sandisk has already been making. Case in point, this V60 SD card. Though, to the creator who might not be ultra familiar with class ratings for storage, everything offered within the Creator Series is very well balanced in terms of capability. What I mean is these are fast enough for the bulk of creator use cases without overstepping and having you pay for speeds you'll never realistically need. For example, this V60 card again. It's fast enough for 4K 120p recording on a Sony mirrorless camera as long as you're not recording in all intra. Faster V90 cards exist for that, but most creators would be happy with a V60. Same can be said for the V30 microSD, which is fast enough for most action cameras. The way I see it, instead of a user choosing the product, the Creator Series is more of a pre-selected curation of products best suited for a specific use case. There is also one particularly interesting product which is currently exclusive to the Creator Series. The first time we're seeing one of these from Sandisk, a phone SSD which is compatible with MagSafe. This is designed for the Pro iPhones capable of recording ProRes log onto external storage. I tested it and it's got read and write speeds of about 1000 megabytes per second. Not the absolute fastest SSD we've heard of, but again, with Creator Series products, you're paying for just the right amount of speed. Apple recommends a minimum speed of 220 megabytes per second for 4K 60 ProRes and 440 megabytes per second for 4K 120. So this does have a comfortable amount of headroom for ProRes recording. Being attached directly to the back of your iPhone, it's best suited for handheld shooting because it can be tricky to get this to work with a clamp-style phone mount. The USB cable it comes with is also designed to fold back and be secured with a Velcro tie so it's nice and tidy, even though it does stick out a bit. But this is one of my favorite products to bring around with me because it's a piece of hardware which unlocks the full potential of the iPhone stock camera app. For context, internal recording for ProRes is limited to 30 frames per second in the stock camera app. The only way around this is to attach external storage. There are many third-party apps which bypass this requirement in order to record internally, but I just have not found anything being able to match the stock camera app's simplicity and especially the ability to smoothly zoom between different cameras while recording. So for me, it's worth slapping this onto the back of my iPhone and record high-speed ProRes with the stock camera app. Not to mention, when you do so, there's no need to transfer those huge video files out of your iPhone's internal storage because everything you've shot is already on this removable SSD. There's another portable SSD in the Creator Series, and that's the Pro Portable SSD. This gets the Pro moniker because it is faster, up to 2000 megabytes per second. There is a pretty big if for this product, which isn't instantly apparent, and I feel it's very important to know before you buy. This is a USB 3.2 Gen 2x2 device, so your computer needs to be compatible with that standard in order to get the higher speed from this. If your machine does not support Gen 2x2, This SSD will still work, just not as fast as 2000 megabytes per second. Most likely, you're gonna get about half that speed, which still isn't terrible, but if you're using a Mac, then it's almost certainly not compatible with USB 3.2 Gen 2x2, so you won't get the full speed out of this SSD which you've paid for. That's why, if you're on one of the newer Macs which supports USB 4, I'd recommend opting for a USB 4 compatible SSD instead, which is even faster. Then we have the desk drive. Still an SSD up to 1000 megabytes per second. Not the fastest, but it is offered in the highest capacity. This is more for backup and archiving, which compared to any hard drive, 1000 megabytes per second is an absolute luxury for moving large backups around. In terms of price per terabyte, this is going to give you the best value among the Creator Series products. I'm holding 8 terabytes in my palm here. The only thing to keep in mind for this is the only product in the Creator lineup which requires a power supply. It does ship with an AC power adapter, but this cannot be bus powered, so it's designed to stay on your desk. Then we've got these little guys. Small flash drives, which you'll never know might suddenly come in handy. There's a very small USB-C only version. Then there's a phone drive, which comes with both a USB-C and Lightning connector end. If you're using these on an iPhone with USB-C, then it's plug and play, so you can browse the drive straight from the Files app. But if you're using the Lightning connector, you may need to install the Sandisk Memory Zone app in order to browse it. And that's all you need to know about the Sandisk Creator Series. They're very easy to spot thanks to that bright new color. Links below if you're interested, and I'll see you around.